I am Shomi Fawaz Ayomide, student of the Federal Nigeria Society for the Blind, Vocational Training Center, Oshodi, Lagos. I lost myself when I was in my final year in secondary school, and what the doctor declared was glaucoma.
Hello, and welcome to the Federal Nigeria Society for the Blind, where hopes find you, where vision strives in every mind, and where love embraces you. Here is a home where we rehabilitate and empower those living with visual impairment. At the Federal Nigeria Society for the Blind, since 1955, we have been in the business of training, rehabilitating, advocating for, and empowering the blind to lead and live an independent life. Let me take you on a journey to see what we do.
I was down for some years, like 2 years I was down, like I actually don't know what to do, because my thought was that there's nothing for me again. I felt like there's not anything I can do.
For the past 1 year I've been here, I achieved something, most especially bead making and other things, all the crafts and the mobility also, because I was unable to walk on my own before.
We have been taught so many things that would be useful to us as a visually impaired person. Like for instance now, we have been taught how to operate our phone. I mean Android phone, not buttons phone, Android phones, to work on the laptop, and even to move freely, because in that one of our course we call it orientation and mobility. Thereby we're able to move here and there freely with no or little help of the sighted ones.
Being a student of the Federal Nigeria Society for the Blind, it has really helped me in some ways that I actually don't even think, to me, I don't even think it's possible, but it's more like magic when you are here. Because basically, right from time, I'm always having this dream of going to school, like our institution. I have my choice, of course, I want to go for, which is mass comm then. Then I was like, I want to go. I've been having that thought, but when my sight of a thing started, I can't just continue everything. I was down for some years, like I said. And it was when I got to the Federal Nigeria Society for the Blind, so then I understand that I can still make use of my computer, make use of my phone. I can even write, read, making use of Braille.
For nearly 70 years, we have been at the forefront of empowering visually impaired individuals in Nigeria through education, rehabilitation, and vocational training. Our vision is to become a world-class model for breaking down barriers affecting the blind. And to achieve this, our mission is to provide sustainable and collaborative support for the blind by advocating for, rehabilitating, and empowering them, as well as working to prevent blindness.
The Federal Nigeria Society for the Blind was established in 1955 by some visionary people at that time who saw that there was a need for a place where people who went blind or had visual impairment in adolescence and adulthood, where they could be trained and rehabilitated. And that's one unique thing about us, the Federal Nigeria Society for the Blind and our Vocational Training Center. It's for people, a special category of people who have experienced blindness and visual impairment as adolescents and as adults. This is a different category I know many of us may not be familiar with. You can imagine at that stage of life, for some people, they're already settled, they have families, their careers are doing well, and then something happens to their eyesight, or they lose their eyesight either totally or significantly, maybe most of it. So they have to come to a center like ours. So this was what the original founders conceived, and this is the vision we, successive leadership of the organization, have been running with.
My name is Major Kehinde Damole, retired. I joined the Nigerian Society for the Blind in 1988. I was introduced into Nigerian Society for the Blind by my predecessor at Rotary Club of Surulere, by Chief Olu Falomo. And I was so excited to be of service when I became the president of Rotary Club of Surulere to serve the Nigerian Society for the Blind. Consequently, my club sponsored a blind gentleman to the university to read English language. And he did very well. And that really inspired me again to see to the running of the Vocational Training Center of the Federal Nigerian Society for the Blind.
Right now, in terms of our governance structure, we have a board of trustees, which is headed by our life president, Chief Dr. E.O. Akishete. We have our first vice life president, Mrs. Ekonobanjo, our second vice life president, Chief Olufalomo, and other trustees, Mrs. Biola Agbaji and Dame Abimbola Fashola. And then we have an executive council, which I'm privileged to chair, which is made up of distinguished Nigerians, professionals, distinguished people in their various fields from all walks of life, who oversee the running of the society and the vocational training center, which is where we actually do the training, the rehabilitation, where we run the programs. You know, essentially our students come in for a 2-year program, which is fully residential. And they go through all sorts of programs, courses like daily living skills, mobility skills, entrepreneurship, the use of the computer, different things like that. They engage in sports. And then, of course, for some of them who are so inclined, they learn crafts and vocational skills like adire making, soap making, making bead bags, different things, so that some of them can set up small businesses. The younger ones, those who are still in their teens or very early 20s, some of them go on to university. They go on to university and have careers. So it's quite, it's a whole, through the center, by the grace of God, we've been able to be instrumental in opening up a new vista for these people, so that even in disability, there is hope. It's tough enough in an environment like ours for those who are sighted. How much more for those who are not? But we thank God that our center has been able to make its own little contribution to this special category of people.
What ways can you support us? You can adopt a trainee, or you can adopt trainees. Remember, our trainees are people like you and I who were sighted, who had businesses, who were working, they were employed, but today, because of the impairment, they can no longer do so.
We have a lot of expenses, as you can imagine. We have facilities to run, we have bills to pay, we have this high electricity bills, we are in band A. So we have a lot of bills, we have salaries to pay. We have to feed our students. Some people also support us, not in cash, but in kind. People come with bags of rice and provisions and things like that. Whatever you can, nothing is too small. It's welcome, because we know that you are helping the cause of humanity. Thank you.
I would wish that people come to the aid and assistance of the visually impaired. There is strength in service, and the visually impaired are very, very capable people. Please assist, join, the Federal Nigerian Society for the Blind.
Our account details will be displayed on the screen. Please consider making a donation today or volunteering. Together, we can continue to transform lives and build a brighter future for the visually impaired community in Nigeria. On behalf of the trustees, chairman, and members of the Executive Council of the Federal Nigerian Society for the Blind, the Board of Governors, the staff and trainees at the Vocational Training Center for the Blind, I thank you once again for your unwavering support. Together, we can continue to make a difference in the lives of many more visually impaired individuals. God bless you.